Hey Xavier, good to see you. Okay, let's get going. Alrighty now. Where we go, chat? Shaded Castle. Huh. Yeah, there's a similar double wall structure here. That's what we would ultimately see with Langdell. Yeah, the more I'm thinking this over, the more I'm thinking, yeah, Shaded Castle seeming more and more like it's a creation for Godfrey's army. Though the position is a little awkward. Mostly, I get the idea of it being a highly defendable position, right? The problem is if you're under siege, like it's highly defendable, but there's no place to escape either. So if you're under siege, you're in a very shitty position. But I get it. You set up the battle lines here to secure your area, and then you have the castle here as your last line of defense, as like a kind of bunker, huh? We do see some signs of banished knights, though, here. Oh, what do you know? I missed an item. I guess we'll go and grab that. Is that the Erdsteel dagger they have in their hand? Okay, I need to be at the other one. Gotcha. Hey, I am. Hello, Adolphus. 2 streams in one day. It's our like. I don't know what you're talking about, John. I would never do 2 streams in one day. That would assume that I probably missed the day before, which would never happen. I would have to have completely slept through the intended stream time, and we all know that Loki has never done that. Nope. No, sir. No, sir. I'm good, Chief. I'm good. Pardon me. Excuse me, idiot. Oh, okay, fine then. Ow. Vengeful spirits, you don't go away. I notice. Alright, so the thing we want to look at is this, right? So we have normal red-topped roofs, right? They could use this style, which is different from the one. So let's Ow. That's gonna be a one picture to remember. Okay. I think the inner ward is where we'll have to look for good architectural. Yeah, okay, so we're looking for these kinds of windows. I wonder, could we find these in Volcano Manor? I don't think so, but it's the only thing I can think of. Yeah. Is it a poisonous swamp for the poisonous swamp? Did you get the Bach dialogue from having a demigod clothing item in your inventory that's about the golden needle? No, I have not checked any of that out. I guess I gotta look into Bach at some point. This is typical for the Banished Knight castles that we've seen, so that's nothing crazy. But these buildings look fairly generic. I'm not seeing anything really. Oh, look, we got this here. Okay, so get the other one. But we have very clear America Erdtree things here. Actually, you know what? I'm noticing now. Go away. Aye, aye, there we go. Ow. Oh, it's right, I can't jump up there. Ow. So there's tree tiling. Good old tree crosses on this citadel section. So you got the main citadel, right? You got the inner ward here. Then you got the outer ward for the outer walls. I guess we should say outer ramparts. Loki sounds sleepy. Yeah, gonna be a little low energy. It's a casual stream. It's late. I try not to put a lot of effort into my casual streams. I don't know if you guys notice, but might sound even lower effort than usual. Apologies in advance. Let's see. Yeah, Julia's final part. Yes, big spooky. Up. I rolled into that like an idiot. I'm assuming a bunch of nobles were killed in Curse here? Probably. I mean, to be fair, if you die in a poison swamp because your lord is a crazy simp, I would seek vengeance too. Just saying. Loki, Grandpa, you should go to sleep. Ji-chan. Ji-chan. Nemurase. No, we're doing this, chat. Hello there. Pardon me. Excuse me. Alright, can I please switch to my... Thank you. I don't know how much of the dialogue is interesting for analysis, but he does mention that the Golden Needle has a royal crest. Probably the crest of the royal family would be the word then, which makes sense because I think the needle was made by Radigan, because Radigan is sewing thing. So that's something to look at. It's added evidence to Radigan's connection to the royalty in that respect. But I guess we don't know if he meant that before or after. Huh. Okay, chat, we have some minimal idea that Banished Knights might have staffed this place once upon a time, but really minimal. Ah, there you are. Alright, there we go. Really? Who the hell is... Oh. Who else? There we go. Let's see. First place we want to check is Gate Town. Radigan got Mikola hooked on needles. Yo, so do you think that the corrosive water in Drang Lake Castle is accumulating water from the rain and the corrosive part is due to time? The corrosive water pool, I assume, is what you're talking about, Nobre, am I correct? Let me think. Could be, I suppose. It could be because of stagnation, causing, like, you know, corrosive, like, elements to enter the water, right? Or just hazardous elements that make it corrosive. I suppose that's possible. Except I'm pretty sure, don't the dragons spit the corrosive fluid? So I assume it comes from there. Like, it's just something they let out. Now, why Vendrick is making a bunch of dragons to corrode stuff in, I don't know. It's one of those Dark Souls 2 things. They make something because they had the idea first, and then ask the questions of how they're going to fit this into their lore later. I don't know. These buildings look pretty distinct, chat. So I don't think it's Academy Gate Town stuff here. Maybe I haven't looked close enough. No, these roofs look pretty solid. Yeah, this looks like the water caused the buildings to collapse at their foundations, because we're finding a lot of rubble under these rooftops, as if the buildings literally kind of collapsed under their own weight. Which only make... Oh, wait, what? I didn't know there were any silver boys here. That's neat. I thought it was just Dwarf Crab. They're putting silver in the water. They're turning the crabs. Crab silver. Dang it, I can't come up with something snappy. I'm not Alex Jones, I'm sorry. We've seen this type of gateway and a bunch of different stuff taken from Cathedral of the Deep, if I recall correctly, so this is fun. There we go. Yeah, please keep on cartwheeling into me. It worked so well the first time. Yeah, I'm not seeing any buildings that might fit with this. Yep. Thanks for the confirmation there, Nobre. There we go. What corrosive water? Am I missing something? I thought I mastered DS2 lore. He's talking about the corrosive elements that you find in the middle of Dragon Lake Castle. Like halfway up the castle, there's that giant pool of corrosive fluid that, like, again, I'm pretty sure it's spilled. There's like these dragon-mounted things that like spit it out their mechanical mouths or whatever, right? I guess it's more like metal mouths. They don't seem to have any mechanics behind them, but yeah, I know there's those things are there, but I give it no attention in my analysis because I'll be honest, I don't think the devs give it any attention. The silver in the rivers are turned into Nox K. Are there Nox here? I don't know. The crabs are the Nox now? Oh boy, we're getting to deep lore territory. Wait, aren't the Nox already gay? I mean, they're all women there. Actually, no, wait, there are the priests. The priests do exist. I don't know, it seems like they're that straight best friend. I did wonder if the basilisk outside the castle was a reference to their status effect in Dark Souls being called cursed, but I don't recall anything else death-related being there. Yeah, I don't recall anything either. Yeah, like, I'm confused why the basilisks are here as well, because, okay, like, hear me out. Let's kill this thing first. There we go, thank you, sir. Okay, so hear me out. They're here. So my first thought was maybe it's like a thing for the river outlet, except the river is like outletting here, and yet they're over here. So I don't know if that's quite it. Also, why the hell are they here? I don't recall there being anything Deathroot related there. I get it in Ainsel River, right? Ainsel River I get because there's... The Lake of Rot has Erdtree roots and stuff around it. So yeah, I can understand there being Deathroot in that area. But here, I don't recall anything that would connect this place to Deathroot. Close I can think of is here with the Wyndham Catacombs, which I don't think... Actually, no, it would be here in Wyndham proper, right? So maybe the idea is that there's all along here, and that's why the basilisks are there? Up until you get to Fort Relied? I don't know. I don't know. Alright, we got the burned tree. We got the somehow not dead tree. What other towns can we check for this, chat? I'm trying to think. We've already checked Celia and Ordina, just we know the styles are different there. Although I think maybe they share some roof elements. Let's quickly check Lingdell. No. There we go. Actually, Lower Capital Church I think works too, but... Let's look at the places under the sun. So similar, but not quite the same rooftops. Definitely different building design. Yeah, I don't see any of the same elements. These, those houses at Shaded Castle might just be unique, chat. Which, if so, makes other things stand out, because they could have easily used those houses as the generic stuff. Yeah, now they're those flower-topped graves. It's not reusing any elements. Very impressive. By the way, what's up with the demi-human queen in the Lux ruins having glowing purple eyes? That I don't know. I haven't looked too deeply into demi-humans. Do we know anything special about her resistances? I assume no. Does she go into crazy? Is she one of the queens that goes into nutso mode? At some point, you have to stop aggroing. God, I swear, these people are so frustrating sometimes. Come on, enemies, just stop it. Hello, Fia's non-husband. There's the graveyard. Primordial silver dew in the water is messing with their hormones. Turning the frogs dumpy. Well, that very much is true. I guess we can check out Ordina real quick. Yeah, she throws away her staff in the middle of the fight. Unhinged demi-human queen? Yeah, it's possible the idea is that she's going crazy and they use the purple eyes to indicate that. Very interesting, though. I still don't know where... Excuse me, I'm yawning. I still don't know where they fit on the timeline, I guess would be the word. Yeah, so again, we're seeing the same architecture here. Adolphus, which aspects were you saying were unique here? Obviously the Mikola statues are a unique addition, but talk about in general. We're actually seeing blue fire here, like in Nox stuff. So yeah, magic and sorcerers. Towers say Luxilia. This ruin section, much like Celia. Yeah, nothing. But usually crazy is red or yellow, that's true. It is a bit odd that purple was chosen. Unless there's something about the Lux ruins, but the problem is there's nothing special about them. Beyond what we could possibly glean during Godfrey's reign during his conquests. The steeples are identical to Rhea Lucaria's. You mean these? I think these are in the Nox ones too, though. I think what we just saw had the same thing, so I think it might just be I think it might be a carryover then between Nox culture and Rhea Lucaria, which is interesting considering the existing similarities between. Gosh, I'm so focused on Godfrey, but I'm really oh, I didn't notice you here. I'm really tempted to look into Rhea Lucaria, given my sorcerer craze. Start going through the history of the place. I'm sorry, Chad. I am so tired. I'm yawning up the wazoo. This is not gonna help us. There's no housing in here, so that's a problem. Saltwater Village, the Gale Tunnel, the Kaelam Ruins. Yeah, I don't think there's anywhere else that we can look at for this. Waygate Archway. Ooh. Waygate. Cathedral. Is there another gateway? I thought there were only two. The mind control anti-purplish/pinkish eyes. Oh, You think the queen might be under control then, and maybe her breaking free broke her mind, and that's why she goes wild? Let's quickly check out what's going on with Lux. To add the pedestals, which... the waygate archway is where the steeples are identical, is what you're saying. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so there's the dumping ground. I assume this is supposed to be the dumping ground for Omen. I haven't looked too deep into the Omen incident, beyond, like, honestly, the basic summary. So we're here at the Lux Ruin. It's taken over by demi-humans, who are all normal, all things considered. Oh, actual demi-human corpses, that's rare. Then leads to the queen, which leads to one of the arena items, if I recall. Which just kind of tells us that Lux was used for recruiting people into the arena, which makes sense. You subjugate people, and then you just have them pay back their debts for opposing you by becoming your gladiators. Just enslave a few of the good, able men. No biggie. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything special. And the other thing really notable is that there's 2 levels to the ruins. I suppose these buildings might have been used as like feeler points for connection between Wyndham and them. Right, and there's the camps, which are pretty modern. Nardi's already said that this stuff doesn't make sense, but I am kind of curious what the idea for going here is. Enslaving demi-humans, what a noble act. Well, the demi-humans seem to be quite later, I don't think that they were always here. They seem to have moved in after this place, or maybe they're the reason it fell to ruin. Who knows? Who really knows? The Mikola statues sit upon bear the Nox sigil. I see. So the pedestal there. So that supports the Nox connection at least. And the chest behind the door she's guarding has the ritual sword. Exactly. So stuff for the gladiator type stuff. I know, it's weird. That's why I'm asking you if you had any ideas why she had such eyes. Like I said, the best I could think of is some kind of mind control, but I don't see anything that would prompt it. Because, like, she's basically... Okay, so basically these demi-humans that move into these ruins, they're basically isolated. They don't really have anything going on, lore-wise. There's nothing going on with their attacks, I'm pretty sure. Like, the queen just has generic attacks when she goes wild, right? Like, there's nothing really special there with her spells. Unless there's something there I'm missing. We're pretty good there. I do love little tidbits of unique finds in this game that really just adds to the world. Some of the minute legacy dungeons or forts or ruins do so, or some of the villages like Dominula. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff about the open world they did here. It helps revitalize the Souls formula, I must admit. Being able to just open a map and be able to kind of like think of the world in terms of, okay, how did Godfrey proceed through his conquest? So he conquers the tribe here, the Ariza move in, they lever whatever was the Sun capital here, we get to the fortified manor, they fight Sarash, we know how that goes, right? Then they start founding their own capital city, and Godfrey's going out, and he's like raising this fort to the ground, so it's just a lone ruined tower. Then he's moving, now he's got Dominula and stuff, then he starts moving towards the south and things like that, because this area seems to have been basically empty. Anyway. And then, as we can see, he seems to build Shaded Castle here, and he makes a strike, he takes over Locks, and Wyndham moves... What? excuse me, moves west toward light, has some encounter at the Volcano Manor. Anyway, let's check out Volcano Manor buildings real quick. It's strange. The only time we see the Nox leaf-looking sigil are on the towers of Celia and Ordna, on Nox crypt chairs, and the Celian Night sorceries and Uul Bubble sorceries. And the Uul Bubble sorceries are the especially suspect ones, because it could just be because they ran out of sigils to use, and so they decided to use one that they could closely relate to Nox culture. Or it could be suggesting that the Nox adopted it directly from the Uul, the ancient dynasties. Alright, so this, again, has very much a Banished Knight Norman style flair to it for the most part, but then it has the additional Gothic towers and stuff, which could be renovations. Yeah, again, I think these are all unique buildings. I don't see... Yeah, I'm not seeing anything familiar here. So you have entirely unique town buildings. Now, maybe these are like Norman-style BK buildings. The only other place I can think might have this stuff is Morn Castle. Maybe behind the castle? Also, check the little trees you leave by when you die. Gotcha. Remember to die. Thank you. Nope. Nope, just standard Banished Knight stuff. There's our favorite jellyfish. I think that... No, this is death. Well, this is a good opportunity to check, chat. Moron Castle seems like a very old place. Moron itself is actually not that old, but the actual location has been used for sure for a very long time. Like, this castle was built during the latter end of Godfrey's reign, so... But yeah, it was used for something by the ancient civilization before that. The question is, what? Guess we're doing this again until I can get back up there and look at my runes. Moron Castle, lol. Listen, I just repeat the chats, chat. You guys feed me the punchlines. Ah, darn it. I guess I can look from here. Not that easy, is it? Yeah, so there's the standard gold specs, and there's also these crystally bits. They have tinges of gold on them, though. Some form of crystallization? The idea seems to be they're coming off of the actual phantom tree aspect. Right? At various sizes. So what if it's just gold specs? What's the significance of the big holy grave down by the boss arena? That's the grave of the Morn hero. And the idea is to help give you a point of comparison. So it's like, oh, that's a unique grave. That must be the Morn hero's grave. Oh, we see more of those graves over in Langdell. That must be... Could I... Oh, yeah, it's down here. Okay, I was be like, what? Anyway, you see... Oh, we see those graves in Langdell. That must be the tribe that he was trying to avenge. Oh. Oh, sure. They look like leaves? Ooh. Hey, peddler, are you new? Welcome on in. Thank you for the comment. Leaves, huh? I didn't even think about that. Yeah, let's get a closer look at them and see. How did I do this the first time, Chad? Anyway, the big hole grave is just significant telling us. Like I said before, it's a copy-paste asset from Dark Souls 3. So, Dark Souls 3 cut content, to be specific. So I'm not going to try to say that it was, oh, this is what it was designed for, or anything like that. But I think the purpose of repurposing these hole graves for the Morton hero and his tribe is meant to indicate to us that that's supposed to represent the sun, the hole there. And it's meant to indicate how they're connected to the sun capital. Dang it. I think what I have to do, chat, is actually jump and pray I don't overjump. If you activate a grace, they emit gold leaves. Is that so? I've never paid attention to that detail. So you think these might be more of that? Interesting then that they aren't complete gold. Okay. Dear God, I can't correct correctly on this small YouTube phone keyboard. Okay, here's a recommendation, Adolphus. Don't. It's okay. You can wait till you get to a computer, or I don't know. Message me on Discord for after this so I can read. I don't know. I'm trying to be helpful. That's what I was afraid of. It's fine. I didn't need that 50k at runes anyway. Yeah, this should actually be better. Alright, let's look. You're right. They do kind of make you think of leaves, right? But they definitely look like crystals. See, they have that three-dimensionality to it. I feel like leaves would have just been flat. So they're definitely more crystal-y. Got the phantom tree here. See, you get the pure gold shards, but then you got these, which have a bit of a purplish look to them. So I guess the question is, why the purple? Blood, maybe? Maybe a result of using blood? No, but we don't have our buildings here, so we can leave this place. Ramparts, Fort Height, Gale Cave. Yeah, let's go to north of Fort Gale. Talking about the leaves that come from touching grace is the same leaf particles that fall from the Erd tree. Oh, is that so? Loki, first and last of the dead, could never obtain the lost grace. These look a little purple. Might be something to do with death. Maybe, because they do form in the wake of our death, so maybe that's the idea. Oh. Again, I feel like this would be super simple to explain if we had a firm idea on what runes are, how they work, and how they relate to the stars. I feel like that might have the answer there. Alright, so we see the native dogs and the crows. Great Big Snow. Yeah, I think we got all the town stuff out of the way. So that just leaves it's a unique building. Huh. Well, at least that increases the likelihood that if like generic buildings like those haven't been reused anywhere, that pretty much seals the deal. Alright, so last thing we want to check out is the Ainsel River. Yeah. Having purple crystal is an odd detail, exactly. If you look at that grace that leads you somewhere, it has the same gold particle, so a grace that has guidance. Uh-huh. Ah, I see the hole. There it is, chat. So I would like someone who can get into the files and use FreeCam to try to trigger the dragonkin soldier and see if it actually falls directly from that circular hole there. Like I said, I'm suspicious, chat, that this is the spot where the Noxstellum Black Moon was. And it wasn't really a moon, it was actually more like a crystal, a big circular crystal that was embedded into the roof there. It just roughly corresponds, so I think I did a good job in roughly placing it. Alright. I never noticed there was a night sky here. Well, it's not really a night sky, it's a fake night sky, that's kind of the point. The Nox create false skies at their cities, but the Nameless Eternal City lost it to Estelle, who stole it, and therefore we see a false night sky in Estelle's boss room instead. Don't know why Estelle was so interested in that. Again, it's also with the question of why Estelle landed in the Nameless Eternal City. Was it pure coincidence? Who knows? Oh wow, got both of them in one hit. The thing is, chat, I'm not seeing that hole anywhere in this river. There's no one in Nokron either. But yeah, it's one of those things where I was like, if this is something unique, that increases the chances that it's significant. Oh. Fine. Like I said, these guys I get. Because we're encountering them right above this here. Also again, note the crystals right below Rhea Lucaria. Directly below Rhea Lucaria. Gotta keep that in mind. Don't see any similar holes up here. Huh? Maybe there? Is that one, chat? I can't tell from this angle. Possible. That might just be a ridge. We have to look from down here, I think. A big obsidian sphere, basically. Because here's what we know about the moon. Where is it? There they are. We know that it is made out of a mysterious stone that's black. It has incredible power for with magic power and stuff, as we can see with the memory slot use thing. When it says hung above the Eternal City, it means like they had to look up to it. Which could, of course, which has both literal and, of course, metaphorical, or I should say, not literary, colloquial connotations, metaphorical, allegorical, however you want to put it. I don't see it from up here, chat. But it's a bit foggy. We might have to go up there. No, I'm not really seeing a hole. Try increasing the lighting. You might be able to see it. Yeah, we'll do that next. Oh. Huh. Am I missing? Ah. It's over. Yeah, here we are. Just brightness. It's not its own section like it used to be. I was like, God, how am I still missing it? No, I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I think it was just the angle. Alright. Do you look at the clips and it being related to somber stuff? No, this is the first time I've thought about Elden Ring Xavier all week. Ah, I wasn't paying attention! Well, I'm gonna assume that there is no hole here. So there is no place for Dragon Skin Soldier Boy to just drop down from nowhere. Which is fine by me. So let's check through here again, one last time. Oh, no, we want to go to Noxtella. Honestly, I think it's better if we actually take the back route here. Fair. Oh, Smiley's cute. Also, Nameless Eternal City, how many bodies could you possibly have to send down? Talk about artistic license, chat. knock Stella buildings, but it's not obvious why. One of my thoughts was maybe Estelle came through, but then why would Estelle steal their sky? Ah, forgive me, chat. I have something in my eye. Alright, I think I got it. So there's the throne, and there's the hole above the throne, or rather in front of it. Yep. Ah, it hurts in chat. BRB chat, I'm gonna get this out of my eye. Okay, I'm back. Damn, sorry, chat. I wasn't expecting something random to get in my eye like that. But now, we can clearly see there. Yeah, there's really only two options, I think. Either this is where the moon is, which would make sense given the throne is there. You can imagine it hangs somewhere there. Yeah, let's just do a lay down gesture here and take a screenshot. Hey, Vens! You came in just the right time. I just came back. Also, I forgot to ask last stream, which Metroid Prime soundtrack were you on? The first, second, or third? Whatever the first video was on, Xavier. I haven't gotten to any others after that. Because he was full from the sky, he already ate. So you're telling me he ate his food, dragged it all here, made a wreck of someone else's place while he was passing through, then came all the way down to the end of the river and belched it back out? How rude! I spent the last 8 hours working with a modeler to get something working for the mod, so nobody can say I don't work on it. Nobody can deny your the efforts you have put in, that's for sure. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go back up. That'd be the first one. Estelle is just a more mature gravity beast, right? It feels that way, Peddler. The idea would be that Estelle is either a offshoot, like they're like part of the same, like they have the same common ancestor, quote unquote, but they are like 2 branches on the family tree. I'm not sure how much I buy that, to be honest. And the other option is that Estelle is just a direct evolution on the Falling Star Beast. That every Falling Star Beast could theoretically become an Estelle. The problem is, and the reason why we're not, I won't say that with any absolute certainty, is at least the way that Estelle's destruction sounds in the original, it sounds like Estelle like came fully formed to the Ring City, versus Falling Star Beast, which you typically see as the products that result from meteor strikes as well. So like they're like the first stage we would see. So it's very odd that we see more than one. Yeah, this hole might be a little too forward for where the... I'm gonna check the cutscene real quick. Where does Dragon... Let's see. Ainsil River, Dragonkin, Soldier. Alright, let's do the first thing. Where does it drop? Okay, someone's trying to do the tutorial there. Now we don't care. Guess into the fight, please. There we go. Okay. So it just drops more or less like right in front of where the throne is. There really isn't that much space. That might be too close compared to where the hole is. But there's also no denying that there's nothing really else for him to be dropping from. What's the animation again for this? One last time. It's a little hard to tell if the drop is intentional or if it's like kind of like a new birth type of thing. It's very painful to work on sometimes. I'm sorry to hear that, Thens. Again, we're all rooting for you. Get some rest when you need to, though. We all know you work hard. Maybe some sort of deformed variant like Godzilla. That's true, it could be. The thing is when it says that Estelle is malformed, etc., that's not really what the Japanese is saying. What it's saying is that he is atypical or grotesque. So the idea of just, you know, he's ugly. He's not pretty on the eyes. Oh, let's just get... We're talking about Purple Eye, too. Oh. Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. Where else? The only other thing I can think of is that this moon was just randomly, literally hanging in the air up above. Which again, maybe. I don't know how... I mean, if they could get all these crystals to float, right? Right. Then why not get a, why not have a giant black crystal do the same thing? It's possible. Speaking of get some rest, I'm gonna go do that. Have a good stream. Thanks, Thens. Actually, a lot of you are on here for a late stream like today. Goodness me, you people. I know I shouldn't be saying this, but get some sleep. No, this is Kentucky. This is Kentucky Fried Chicken, ma'am. Please, just make your order. Ma'am, I understand you want to speak with the manager. Please. Can I please just have your order? Hasta la vista, mate. See ya. I'm the ancestor of Estelle. Don't ask why. He's a little was a little star beast. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anywhere else that a moon would be like, oh yeah, there'd be a moon right here. It's like we have destruction of some buildings up. So we have something over here. And you know what the weird thing is about this? It's the buildings that are by the river. And it makes me wonder if the rivers are newer than we think. I wonder. Chat, was the Nameless Eternal City maybe established to create the Ainsel and Shifra rivers? And the other Nox cities would control them from there? I wonder. And the rivers caused destruction to the existing places because they surged through, hence the sluice gates were created. Ow. Food isn't our like any other. Popeyes and KFC are shit. I'm gonna be honest, I've had better home prepared chicken, and if not, then non-chain restaurants produce better tasty chicken in flavor and textures. I mean, there's a reason it's called fast food. It's not there because it's necessarily high quality cuisine. It's there because you pay cheap and get it quick and easy. It's 7 a.m. where I live, so it's a morning stream for me. That explains it. I go back to sleep still. You could get a few extra hours of shut-eye, I am. Hello there, sir. Sir, I know you're like the only man in this entire civilization. Please. Oh. Oh my god, he dodged! And he's dead. Yeah, because we still don't know exactly when or how these rivers were generated. Only that they come from here. I just checked the dragon skin isn't there until he just appears, and he appears in a way it's impossible to look up and see exactly where he comes from. Yeah, that's the thing. You can't really, you have to like look at the, when you look at the vid, so like, he drops down, and we're here, right? He drops down like right here, and I think the place we're looking at is a little further up. So I don't think he necessarily aligns with the hole. I'm not saying that necessarily excludes the possibility that the hole is just there to explain where he drops down from. That is still possible. What I am saying is that right now it's not making too much sense. It's not making too much sense just on the idea of him dropping from that hole. Yeah, like it feels like he drops like right there, and the hole is like actually slightly in front of him. Who showed me? Oh, ouch. That's stupid. Oh my god. One of you, let me... Oh my god. Can one of you please let me do my thing? Oh, that's awkward. Oh my gosh, you are all pains in my asses. Go away. Yeah, dodge that piece of shit. There we go. Back to all that is good. Yeah, so if I saw the video right, Dragonkin appears around here, and this is where the hole. Yeah. See that, chat? Holes. Honestly, I think even that's being very conservative. The hole, I think, is maybe slightly more forward than this, so something more like... that might be a little too far. There we go. Yeah, I don't think Dragon Kid Soldier appears that far to the front. I think it's closer to, like, here. Yeah, like that. So yeah, I just don't think the hole's aligned. Also, say anything about the cemetery shade and their head crabs. It just seems to just be another of those insects that are born from Godwin and Deathroot and all that, and it takes over a corpse or one of the maybe actually no, because I think it uses a gravekeeper's knife, right? So I think it just takes over the bodies of one of the gravekeepers, and that's the idea behind the cemetery shade. Yeah, I don't think there's anything about them except for the cemetery shade weapon. Yeah, okay, let's rewatch that video one more time. Where exactly did you drop, my friend? Yeah, he drops like square in the middle of those pillars. So if the intention... So it's more like... I don't know, maybe it is, chat. Oh. Because where's the middle? That's a little forward. Yeah, I still think it's slightly off, chat. Maybe. Maybe if you, like, leaped away from it. Again, it could just be a thing of they don't expect players to be able to see up there anyway, so they don't align it properly. That's always a possibility. Ow. FromSoftware. Alright, back to peace. It might work. Do we see these pillars in the other areas? Only one way to find out. Oh, we don't find a throne here, which is in itself suspicious. Alright. By the way, I hope you're happy with that information on the merchants. I had to kill Calais for research. I am very happy with that information, Xavier. I hope now that Calais will not have some important quest-relevant dialogue with the DLC. Hoping to get used to that. There's torches here, but that's about it. There's nothing really similar to what we see back there otherwise. Alright, Celia? It's a chair crypt, but nothing special. Yeah, so it's only there, which again does add some ritual significance to that section. Alright, chat, I think I looked at all the stuff I can. I think I've confirmed my information. So we're gonna call it here. Thanks so much. See ya.